The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right. Good afternoon, traders. Happy Wednesday. Good to see you. Hello, John. Where is everybody? Markets are still a bit funky. That makes sense. Markets get funky. Everybody wants to just kind of put their head in the sand sometimes. No, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Coach is here. Put the whiskey away. No way. Pour one for Coach. He wants two. Get him started. Wonderful Wednesday, Dennis. Oh, you're in Costa Rica, huh? Costa Rica. Are you in Punta Arenas? That's the main beach, right? Something like that. Yeah. Okay. I've been down there. It's been a while. Quite a long, long while. Welcome to the Tradespoon Live Trading Room. My name is Scott. I'll be your host. Oops. This is my background. I've been trading for 25 years. Can you imagine? It makes me old. Teaching for 21 of them. I know a few of you out there got me beat probably, though, right? I would imagine. The disclosures. Be careful. Options can be risky. Trading can be risky. Options can be risky. You may not have been aware of that, but now I've made sure you are. What's next? Let's move this out of the way. Let's bring up, let's go with this. Oh, what a lovely start of the day. But as we all know, these are long days that we have. And what might start good and be like, we're going to hold. Now where are we? Down 0.25%, down almost a half on the Dow, A third on the NASDAQ. Oh, the poor little Russell getting slapped around. Thinking hedge. Okay. Nvidia stock dips amid tremendous opportunity. Yeah, TSM better right now from a chart setup, but maybe that's just a personal preference. Stocks flip to losses as comeback loses steam. Sure enough, we know that 3 ways to play eye after sell-off. Not much. Not much. Let's look at the economic calendar. Oh, Tesla's ready to deliver, John. Are you going through with it, or are you like, nah, give me the Hyundai back? I already got mine back. It got credited. I thought you just have to buy it as silver and then they color it with wraps. Is that not what happens? That you put like wraps on it and then you can make it whatever color you want? No, I've changed my mind back to my dream car is now back to a 67 Ford Bronco, fully restored with everything perfect. Oh, that's going to be about 150K, and it's going to be magnificent. I got to wait till my kids are done with college, though. Then maybe. Those blood-sucking bastards. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, good afternoon, Fred. Good to see you. Yeah, the Bronco. Oh, I love the old boxy Bronco. Just a magnificent car. Okay, let's talk about the market, shall we? So what do we know about the economic news? It's just nothing. You know, we're through this, right? We're through this here, and nothing's happened this week. Tomorrow, expecting jobless claims to come down a little bit, still up, relative. This would put us where our 3-week moving average is probably around 240. We don't want to see it above 250. So we'll see what happens. That would just further demonstrate weakness in the labor market. It's not bad. I'd say right now it's just diminished strength. I wouldn't call it weakness. I'd call it diminished strength. But yeah, it could definitely have more impact, Fred. You're exactly right. You said it could move the needle. Definitely could. 100%. Okay, let's see what Stella has to say. She's not happy. She feels like what we're seeing right now is a dead cat bounce. And I don't blame her. She's saying boom and then down again. She's not happy. Okay? She's looking for it to go. Here's the deal, you guys. We hit 9.7 on the SPY. 9.6. She's a little testy, right? The low right there. 9.7%. From high to low. 9.7. I mean, that's basically a correction. It's happened, right? Yeah, I see it. I see that 9.7 looks like anything but 9.7. I see it. It's terrible. So bad. Yeah, I agree. 500. But honestly, I actually, because everything fundamentally is still fine, this is my consolidation line, which means we tried it. We didn't. This isn't even trying it, but This pattern right here is what I call a sneaky reversal. The standard reversal pattern is pretty simple. Breaks the consolidation to a new high, pulls back, higher low, still above the consolidation line. Bingo, bango. Higher low, let's go. Now what we have here, how original. It's mine. It is original. That's mine. Bob's feeling salty today, that's for sure. Bob, did you have a nap today? Because if not, I'm just saying. Does it drop? But not that much? And then stabilize? And then how about a trans-directional sneak? Okay. I mean, I'm open to a new naming convention for sure. You know I'm open to that. The sneaky reversal. I like the sneaky reversal. Now, what do I have here? It never broke the consolidation, but it did give me a higher low. I'm open for that. I will trade that. 100%. Who's with me? Can I get an amen if you're with me? Yeah, that's fine. I definitely think that, especially because we already hit 10%. I feel like, yeah, we're good to go. I think the market overreacted. Look at the VIX. That's the most ridiculous overreaction I have ever seen in my life. Like, no kidding. That's insane. What are we talking about here? You're telling me that we went from a starting point less than a week ago of 16. And then we shot up to 65 and back down, and we're at 26 6 days later. There is nothing supporting this. This is just pearl clutching. Oh, won't somebody think of the children? What are you talking about? There's no children in the market. Oh, yeah, we were okay. Let me know what your thoughts are about that. Okay, more to go. Now, let's talk about what that would look like. It definitely is going to give us another higher low, right? If it starts to turn, that's a higher low. It's very difficult to hedge at 27, though. So whatever you decide to do with this, be careful with that. Right? Be careful with that. But I see what you're thinking about there. Yeah? Okay. But if there's no way we're getting back to 40 unless it really gets some nasty news. So if it goes up like this and gets to 30 and starts to turn over, that lower high is probably one of my most favored signals that not many people are going to be like, yeah, I'm bullish, let's go. They're going to be like, oh, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm going to be ready early next week. That's what we're going to see. I'm calling it out. You heard it here first. Would that be a VIX 18? I mean, honestly, I think at that point it would like work to get to 18, then back up to 20, and then down, and that ends up being our fall rally and our Santa rally, right? Have you guys seen the Fed lately? The projections, this is December. So this is just like, let's cut to the chase. The highest probability is right here. This is 1%. So this is all three of the next three meetings will have at least a quarter point, and one of them will have a half a point. That's the highest probability. I'm in this camp. 0.75. I think there's a good chance that they'll hit it. They don't want to be behind again. And the fact that the employment has shown that increased weakness, I think that they have what they need to go ahead and give it a knock. They've alluded to it in their verbiage. I think we're getting it in December or in September. Well, some people are saying they're already late even in September, though, John, right? Some people are saying it's late even then. ADP tomorrow? No, that was last week. We got all the jobs info. If you look down here, ADP came back lower than expected. Non-farm came back lower than expected. All of a sudden, jobless claims has ticked up towards 250. It's not like, oh my God, things are coming to an end. It's, hey, there's some weakness here. If you're trying to get in front of it, this is your last possible chance, if you can even get in front of it. So yeah, I do think. I mean, if you look at September now, September, the question isn't, are we going to get a cut? It's, are we going to get 0.25 or are we going to get 0.5? And you can see that it's 2-to-1 odds right now in favor of 0.5. Everyone's thinking they're just going to come out and smash it. The same way that they reacted when they were late in raising rates, and they're like, okay, here's 3/4 of a point. Here's another 3/4 of a point. It was just like a left, right, boom, boom. And we're like, woo. Well, maybe they'll give us at least one back. Here's a half. If they give us a half in September, I do think we'll get a full point. Right? If we do that, I do think we'll get a full point. So, yeah, we screwed up. I mean, here's the thing, though. Imagine if the Fed cut it in July. What's the political uproar? They cut it, the market rallies, and everyone's like, oh, the Fed is fixed for Democrats. They're raising, it's just, you can't win. Right? You can't win if you're the Fed. Yeah, let's just hope they do their best. I think even if they're a little late, nothing is going to be that much different. So I'll tell you this, I feel for Jer Bear, but if they get my guy Goolsby up into the Fed seat, then I will be his most ardent supporter. Nobody will ever have a negative word to say about Goolsby when I'm around. That's for sure. Did I call him Arthur Goolsby? I'm trying to convince him to change his name to Arthur. I just think Arthur Goolsby sounds better than Austin, right? You guys know what I mean? You see the chatterbot? I'm not even sure. I hope so. Okay. Let's go look at things. Let's have a quiz. So the VIX is still down. Even though the market is down a little bit, the VIX is still down. So overall, I'm saying that we're conceding that we overreacted. Yeah, it was an overreaction. Just clutching there, Austin Milbar. Is that his middle name? If it's not, I think it should be Arthur. I like Milbarge. Arthur Milbarge Goolsby the third. I don't care if his dad's name is or not. We're going to put the third on it. That's going to help get him up into the spot. Yeah. Sir Arthur Goolsby for Fed.com. It's coming. Let's go look at the market. To be perfectly honest, I'm actually thinking of changing my last name to Goolsby. So I don't know. We're all gonna reshape characters, Professor. professor. I like that. Or doctor. Yes, my name. He could be a doctor, right? Could have a PhD in economics. Dr. Arthur Goolsbee. I could get distracted talking about Goolsbee all day, every day. Let's see things. Let's start at the top and work our way down. Apple held up, still up 1.5%. I mean, nothing is too good, but what I'm saying right now is if you go back 1 year and you look at, back in this area coming out of here, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to leave it here. You can see we're worse. We're worse below the 200 than we were here. Here we cracked the 200. Man, we got there so fast. Technically, Amazon went bearish. 20%. AXP, not so bad. Could get worse. Last time it got under, it stayed under for a while, so we'll see. Bank of America. Yeah, honestly, John, I feel you, because if I were to say, what has this equaled to me? That looks like a bear flag. Or some people might use the verbiage, dead cat bounce. That's a dead cat bounce, potentially. Well, yeah. It is. So when I say, I want to be fluid here. Can I erase that line? Erase. I don't think we have enough information yet to know. We've got 3 days coming off these lows. It's pretty nasty still. So be reluctant to commit. Let's get a quiz, or it's going to be too late. If you don't start a quiz by that, but we got it in on time. Don't you worry. This is an easy one to draw today. I'm going to go across the bodies of this here. Let me start over. I'm going to go across. Oh, I'm on KBH. That's not useful. SPY. It's confusing myself. We'll zoom in. And A, C, B. The numbers are 521.60 and 519.25. 519.25. 519.25 by 521.60. Okay, John is a C, Bob is a C, Fred is a B, Dennis is an A, LK is a B. Wait, John, do I have two Johns? John, are you a C or a B? Or do I have two Johns? I have two Johns. Never mind. I have two Johns. All right, Johns. One of you is a B. One of you is a C. I don't know which is which. All right. John G is a C. Fair enough. I don't know what I'm going to be today. I feel a little like the buyers are going to make a run at the end. Why do I feel that way? There's my consolidation line. We broke it. Now I think it's going to hold, and then it's going to pop one more time. I'm an A. There's me, A. Okay. John says I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I mean, Kool-Aid is delicious. Non-cyanide Kool-Aid, that is. Once you put the cyanide in, it changes everything. It's just a different drink. Let me see. Oh, I was going to look at Stella. That's what I was going to do. Sorry. What does she have to say? And then we'll go look at the others. We're jumping around a bit because, let's be honest. Oh, look, Stella agrees. She says we're bouncing. We're going to get to 521.65, she says. And we only needed to get to 521.60. Stella's an A. She's an A. Uh-huh. Let's get to the watch list. Let's get to the watch list. Do. Okay. Start at the top. How are you trading? How are you trading? How are you feeling? Those are the questions. Are you trading well? Are you trading less? Are you in control? Are you in control can expand to how are you feeling? Frustrated but in control? Acceptable. A bit anxious but in control? Also acceptable. As long as what word is included? In control. If you're like, oh, I'm nervous. Just nervous with nothing else? I feel like you could take action to rectify that by fleshing out a better plan. So that you're like, yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm in control. Cranky, but in control, Bob says. Cranky, maintaining control. That's a phenomenal answer. I love that answer. Trading less, raising cash. Okay, Fred, I like it. I like it. Gotta have powder in the keg in situations like this. Everybody who's been like the PE ratio for the S&P is way too high. Not anymore. It just opened back up for business. Just because the PE dropped doesn't mean we're like, hey, let's go trade. It means, okay. Again, let's be ready. Let's be ready. We looked at Amazon. There's just a lot of like, is it or isn't it on behalf of the buyers? One of the things I'm looking for today is, are we going to have another above average volume day? And it doesn't look like it. I forgot to look at that on SPY. Let's go back. No. And even if we did, who would get it? Nobody. It's average. I mean, we're basically right where we were, down 0.23. Does that mean I'm going to give it to the sellers? No, I'd say the buyers opened it, sellers closed it. It's a wash. So the fact that the buyers ran out of steam so quickly, that's concerning. Does that mean it's definitely going to drop from here? No, it's just concerning, right? All we're doing is processing the information as it comes to be as ready as we can for what to do next. That's all. Financials have been hurt. As you look at financials and industrials, I think industrials are a better opportunity to come out of this with less volatility. I think that financials have really struggled. You can see it. Look at AXP. Not as bad. BAC cracked the 200. Citi cracked the 200. JP Morgan did not. That looks a little better. But then you look at our Boulder, BLDR, sitting at the level. Caterpillar, I guess that one did as well. Maybe I'll have to look at them both equally. We'll see. I am trying to decide who's most likely to come out of this corrective action in favor. We don't necessarily need technology. Puts on AA. Okay, Fred. Okay. I am looking for a few sneaky reversals, but I'm not looking to bet the farm on it by any stretch. Caterpillar, there's just a lot of weakness out there. Oh, CCL got smashed. What else should we be doing right now? deleting things that are too ugly. I don't need to watch that one coming back. Oh, the heat map's 50-50. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's go look at that. Let's go look at that. I've got that up. NVIDIA smashed. Broadcom smashed. Consumer well there. Healthcare, but yeah, utilities and consumer defensive. Those are both stronger today than we would maybe like them to be. SMCI, I haven't looked at that one in a while. Yeah. Super micro. Yeah, it's down quite a bit from its highs at 1,230. Back down to 490. Interesting stuff. Okay, how about Colgate-Palmolive? Yeah, I think this looks great. But I need a consolidation and then ready to go. Ready to go. Chipotle was interesting. I was ready for it, but not ready for this. So now what? Same thing. As soon as I get that next higher low, I'm going to trade it. I think it's ready to bust up out of here. I like it. I like it. QURF, that's the symbol. Just want to verify. Costco. Oh, typo. Costco, not yet. Not yet. CSX, no. Carvana, no. So I don't think we're out of the woods, but I also think we're seeing signs of stabilization, and I'm not looking for this thing to hit harder, at least as of yet. Right? At least as of yet. Let's see. What's next? Fastenal. I think Fastenal is holding up. Right? I think that's holding up. What else? GBTC, dead cat bounce. I think it's dropping more. Right? I think it's dropping more. Gold. Anyone still trading materials? No. Okay. Silver, Bob said. Got it. General Motors, not good. Not great. Okay. Google is down. HD. Yeah, I'm just not seeing much. What else? Anyone seeing something that I'm missing? IWM. Oh, yeah, Ford, we dropped, right? We were watching Ford, Bob. We were watching Ford, and GM is trying to join it. But it got nasty quickly, didn't it? Real nasty, real quick. That's why we kicked it off. JP Morgan. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. The last time we dropped like this, what happened? You can see it. It had more. We only have a couple of days. Last time we got 5 days. Let me show you what I mean. If I could get my pen to work. We got these 5 days up, not just these couple of days up. We got back up through it and came down and held. This looks like it could be, and this is what I'm curious for. If we bounce down off of this and then up to the 100 and then break, well, I'll tell you what, things have gotten into a bad situation if that's where we end up. Yeah, today's market is really, really struggling. Okay. Coca-Cola. There you go. There you go. Meta. I also think Meta still has a bit, right? If in my opinion, this holding on above the 50, etc., gives it a much stronger look than Google, right? Much stronger than Google. Maybe the sellers are done with Micron. What say you? Let me take a look. Here's MMM. I don't think that one's done yet. Here's Morgan Stanley. I'm not sure that one's done yet either. Okay. Microsoft. No. Micron. For me, I'll tell you the closest one is TSM. Let me jump to that. That's the closest one because that's the closest I have to an actual V. That's the pattern I need to think, okay, from here, if we pull back, that's the higher low. That's the break of the consolidation. That V is much stronger in shape. Right? When I look at that TSM V versus this Micron, this little recovery is like, oh, look, we tried so hard. Are you proud of us? And it's like, no, we're not proud of you at all. You've got to do better than that. So for me, TSM, Apple, Micron, no, that's Micron. TSM, Apple, Meta, not Micron, Meta. Those are the leaders right now for me that I think could be the technology funk. And I'm definitely looking to see who those are going to be. Netflix, no, not yet. Nvidia, no, right? Nothing really is standing out. Everything's just, hold on. Look at Palantir. There's another V. Boom, boom. Down, right back up. V. Give me this higher low, and I'm thinking I have something more appealing to sink my teeth into. Okay. QQQ, no. SPY. TJX. What does this tell us, you guys? Patience. Patience. Don't force anything. There's nothing that we need to force. TSM, V. So what am I looking for? Sneaky reversals and Vs. If I don't have sneaky reversals or Vs, I'm not interested. Note the surge in bullish sentiment with big options traders. So you're saying the retail. I do think, or excuse me, the institution, I do think institutions are showing. I think that there was a weird panic that everyone's like, oh my gosh, you guys overreacted so much. So much. What else do we know? UUP. This looks good. For PLTR, positive. For PLTR, yeah. I like PLTR. So those are my leaders for tech. Apple, Meta, Palantir, Taiwan Semiconductor. Yeah? Maybe NVIDIA. For now. UUP looks like it's going to stay under the 200. That's helpful. The dollar not as strong is helpful for the U.S. economy. So there you go. The VIX, we've seen it. Walmart. It's just not really holding up. We gave it an ability to adapt, and it's just not holding up. Let's look at our sectors. XLB. XLB is it's holding on top of the 200, but not great. XLC looks okay. I think Meta holding up can be very useful here. Energy is down. Financials, industrials okay. Technology not great. Staples, that's somewhere we might be thinking about. Utilities. If you're thinking about a hedge, you could be thinking about maybe a bullish trade on utilities as a balancing trade rather than a full hedge position. It might be something like that. So that's a thought, right? That's a thought. Okay. Healthcare, maybe. Healthcare is a maybe. Let's go back. It is what it is. We're closing near. Looks like B's. It looks like the B's are going to have it. Just never. Maybe the buyers are trying to mount a charge here at the end of the day. I'm going to open it up. We're a little early. We'll give you some time back, or we can look at a few stocks. So if you got one, give me a symbol. Nobody gives one, we'll end up calling it a day. We'll wait and see if we have more to talk about come Friday morning. Still interesting times right now. Yeah, I mean, no one's rushing with trades to look at because look at our charts, man. It's tough out there right now. Don't force trades. Here's what I'll talk about. The concept of over trading. We haven't talked about this for a little while, but one of the top 10 mistakes I find traders make, especially new traders, is over trading. So when people see that, they'll say, well, Scott, what do you mean by over trading? What does that look like? And that's a hard thing to describe and define because it's contextual. It's contextual by the market and it's contextual by the trader. What I tell people is simple. If you don't know for a fact that you're not over trading, you probably are. Meaning, are you in control? If you're in control, you're not over trading, you're in control. Over trading means your positions are not under control, and you're ending up in more risk than you want. So that's what I want you to think about. How much risk, how many trades are you willing to have on in this market until we have signs and indications that conditions are improving? That's the thought. We're going to just wrap it up a little early. So you got a few minutes to go clean up any positions before the market morning. 7:15 for me. 9:15 p.m. Eastern time, 15 minutes before the market opens. I hope you can join me for that. So have a great rest. Did I call B? Yeah, B's, you win. B's, you win. A's, C's, you know the drill. Hang your head in shame. Try again. Try harder. That's what I'm going to do. Have a great rest of your afternoon, everybody. See you Friday morning. As always, happy trading.